In the last 4 years, the U.S. has invested over $8 billion in developing hypersonic missiles, with another $13 billion set for the next 5. But Iran has just shocked the world, unveiling its own terrifying missile. With such a weapon, Russia-allied Iran could easily deal serious damage to its U.S.-allied opponents in seconds, particularly Ukraine. However, stay calm. Iran won't go unchallenged, as the U.S. may have a damaging hypersonic response. Iran has begun delivering ballistic missiles to Russia. This move potentially marks a crucial shift in the dynamics of the war, adding a new layer of complexity to an already intricate geopolitical situation. Western officials claim that a couple of hundred short-range ballistic missiles have made their way into Russian hands. While the exact type remains a mystery wrapped in an enigma, one Ukrainian source whispered to Sky News that we might be looking at the Fath 360. These weapons, with a range of approximately 75 miles, are notable for their precision, utilizing both satellite navigation and inertial guidance systems. The source further revealed that a Russian ship transported the missiles from Iran to a port in the Caspian Sea, highlighting the logistical efforts undertaken to facilitate this transfer. The introduction of these Iranian missiles could have far-reaching implications for the conflict. Their availability in large numbers may allow Russia to reallocate its Iskander short-range ballistic missiles, which have a more extensive range of at least 310 miles, to target more distant objectives across Ukraine. This strategic redistribution of missile assets could potentially expand the scope of Russia's long-range strike capabilities. Adding to the gravity of this situation, there are indications that Russian troops have been undergoing training in Iran to operate these missile systems in recent weeks. This suggests a level of preparation and coordination between Iran and Russia that goes beyond mere weapons transfers. In a related development, Ukrainian forces reportedly conducted an overnight attack on the Voronezh region in Central European Russia. One of the targets was believed to be an ammunition dump housing KN-23 short-range ballistic missiles, previously supplied to Russia by North Korea. The strike, likely carried out using one-way attack drones, resulted in significant secondary explosions and fires, underscoring the ongoing efforts by Ukrainian forces to disrupt enemy supply lines and weapons stockpiles. Against this backdrop of escalating missile threats, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky arrived in Germany for talks with Western defense officials. His mission is clear: to secure additional military assistance and expedite the delivery of already promised support. But here's the kicker. Zelensky isn't just asking for any old weapons. He's got his sights set on strong, long-range decisions, long-range strike capabilities that could potentially counter the threat of these new Iranian missiles. The Ukrainian leader praised previous deliveries of systems like ATACMS, Storm Shadow, and Scalp EG, but the subtext is clear. They need more, and they need them yesterday. Why the rush? Well, there's a growing fear that the next phase of this conflict could enter the realm of hypersonic warfare. This development isn't just causing headaches in Kyiv, it's putting Washington on high alert too. The U.S. finds itself in a delicate position, balancing the need to support Ukraine with the desire to avoid further escalation. With Iran flexing its missile muscles and Russia potentially gaining access to more advanced systems. The introduction of Iranian hypersonic missiles. On June 6, 2023, Iran made a bold statement in the realm of military technology by unveiling its first-ever hypersonic missile, dubbed Fatah. The event, attended by Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi, signaled a significant leap in the country's missile capabilities. With a reported top speed of Mach 15, Fatah isn't just joining the hypersonic club, it's potentially redefining it. The introduction of Fatah places Iran in an exclusive group of nations that have developed hypersonic missile technology, alongside global powers like the United States, Russia, and China. But what exactly does this mean for global security? And how does Fatah stack up against other hypersonic weapons? By definition, hypersonic missiles travel at speeds exceeding Mach 5. That's 5 times the speed of sound, or about 3,836 miles per hour at sea level. But speed alone doesn't make a missile hypersonic. The real game changer is maneuverability. Unlike traditional intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs, that follow predictable paths, hypersonic missiles can change course mid-flight. This combination of speed and agility makes them incredibly difficult to track and intercept. There are 2 main types of hypersonic missiles. First, air-breathing scramjet missiles. These use advanced engines that compress incoming air for combustion, allowing for sustained hypersonic flight within the atmosphere. Second, boost glide vehicles. These are initially boosted to high altitudes by rockets, then glide and maneuver through the upper atmosphere toward their targets. Fatah appears to fall into the second category, potentially giving it the ability to reach mind-boggling speeds of up to Mach 15. According to Iran's state media, Fatah is not just fast, it's also smart. The missile reportedly features a thrust vectoring system, allowing for precise control during flight. This technology, if implemented successfully, would indeed make Fatah a formidable weapon. Iran claims that Fatah can bypass advanced missile defense systems, including Israel's Iron Dome. They've even stated that the missile could strike Israel in less than 7 minutes, a claim that, if true, would significantly alter the strategic balance in the region. However, it's important to note that Iran has not provided evidence of actual launch tests. The only demonstration so far has been a ground test of the missile's engine, which, while impressive, doesn't prove the missile's full capabilities. One of the key features touted by Iran is Fatah's reduced radar cross-section. Defense Minister General Mohammad Reza Ashtiani claims this characteristic enhances the missile's stealth capabilities. However, experts caution that even missiles with reduced signatures can be detected by sophisticated radar systems, especially given the high arching trajectories typical of ballistic missiles. Some analysts have drawn parallels between Fatah and existing ballistic missiles with maneuverable re-entry vehicles, such as Russia's Iskander. This has led to speculation about whether Fatah truly represents a leap into hypersonic technology or is a refinement of existing ballistic missile designs. Developing a true hypersonic missile is no small feat. Until now, only the United States, Russia, and China, countries with trillion-dollar economies and extensive R&D capabilities, have successfully fielded such weapons. And it seems that the US is getting super close to meeting all the upcoming hypersonic threats with ease. The US Army and the US Navy recently initiated a test of a hypersonic weapon at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. But the US military won't say whether or not it was a success, what specific system was involved, or even if there was an actual launch. The US Army and Navy recently conducted a test of a hypersonic weapon system. This lack of transparency is particularly noteworthy given the troubled history of the Army's ground-based hypersonic weapon system, known as Dark Eagle, which is being developed in cooperation with the Navy. The Army has been aiming to begin fielding Dark Eagle within the next 2 months, approximately a year later than initially planned. This delay comes in the wake of 3 scrubbed test launches in the previous year. In June, the Pentagon did announce a successful test of a common hypersonic missile designed for use in both the Army's Dark Eagle and the Navy's sea-based Intermediate Range Conventional Prompt Strike, or IRCPS, weapon systems. However, to date, there has been no known full end-to-end test of the missile involving a production representative launch system. A U.S. defense official provided a statement to the War Zone, describing the recent test as an essential benchmark in the development of operational hypersonic technology. The official emphasized that vital data on hardware and software performance was collected, which will inform continued progress toward fielding hypersonic weapons. However, beyond this, no additional details or information about the test were provided. While the exact date of the Army-Navy hypersonic test remains unclear, public warning notices to aviators and mariners suggest it took place on July 25th. Observers using online flight tracking software noted aerial activity consistent with a missile test from Cape Canaveral on that date. This included the presence of a U.S. Navy NP-3D missile tracking aircraft, one of NASA's high-flying WB-57F research planes, and specially modified contractor-operated high-altitude observatory or HALO Gulfstream business jets. All of these aircraft have previously supported hypersonic testing efforts. The Common Missile, or All-Up Round, AUR, under development for both Dark Eagle or LRHW and IRCPS, is a boost-glide vehicle hypersonic weapon. It consists of a large ballistic missile-like rocket booster with an unpowered hypersonic boost-glide vehicle on top. These weapons use their rocket booster to accelerate the glide vehicle to an optimal speed and altitude before releasing it. The vehicle then follows a relatively shallow atmospheric flight path to its target at hypersonic speeds, defined as anything above Mach 5. The Army has previously stated that the weapon, at least in its ground-launched form, is expected to reach a peak speed of at least Mach 17 and have a range exceeding 1,725 miles. Warning notices associated with the recent test suggest the maximum range could be between approximately 2,112 and 2,796 miles. The timeline for operational deployment of either Dark Eagle, LRHW, or IRCPS remains uncertain. The Army aborted 3 separate attempted tests last year, citing issues with the ground-based launcher rather than the missile itself. In 2022, the Navy conducted a test launch of one of the Common Missiles, but it failed mid-flight, according to a recent report from the Government Accountability Office, or GAO. The Army had originally planned to begin fielding Dark Eagle LRHW by the end of fiscal year 2023, which concluded on September 30th of that year. The service subsequently moved that timeline to the end of the current fiscal year, which is just over 2 weeks away. Earlier this month, U.S. and German authorities reaffirmed a goal to start episodic deployments of Army conventional long-range fire units, including those armed with developmental hypersonic weapons, to Germany as soon as 2026. The Army's desire to start fielding the hypersonic missiles by the end of September looks increasingly uncertain at best, given the continued lack of a fully representative end-to-end test, at least that we know of. What we do know is that the battle between American hypersonic missiles and Iran's Fatah is seemingly around the corner. To help ensure the best-case scenario plays out, you need to subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. So do that now, and thanks for watching.